welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. To our loyal viewers and subscribers, at the channel we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because it saves lives. That is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives on this channel. We at this channel aid criminals, their financiers, their supporters, enablers, and the likes with a passion, and we do not want them over here. Yes, let us repeat ourselves. We do not want any criminal supporters over here. Please, we do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes, or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you, the criminal supporters, enablers, financiers, and all the likes, to go to prison or madness. Let me repeat myself. We at the Jamaica Young Police channel, we do not want the criminal supporters and their circle over here. We want you to go to prison or madness. Moving on to... Yeah, so this is one of the video courtesy of Nationwide. This showing you the terrorist attack by the PMP LGBTQ plus gunmen, the terrorists them that carried out at Gregor Park, displacing these people because of votes, because CHARGEE-BADNESS, who lives in Broward County, known gangster and killer from Jamaica. Yes, and when we say that, we say it without any apologies. Yes, CHARGEE-BADNESS. Yes, Mr. Barnes. Yes, who he has brought all his family illegally into the United States of America, and that's the work of his acolytes. Yes, so we want you to listen and decide. You watch, you listen, you decide. And we continue the journey. Yeah, so we continue the journey about Gregor Park incident, the terrorism that that happened to the people at Walker's Avenue in Gregor Park. So before that arson, I don't know if you guys you loyal viewers and subscribers at the Jamaica Young Police channel. If you remember Dr. Daz, Dr. Alfred Daz, that's the man on the right. Yes, he's a doctor who's he's an aspirant member of parliament, and he represented the PMP LGBTQ plus party. And we at the Jamaica Young Police channel because we are from the belly of the beast, where they have spread their wings. They have planted their seed. Yes, we are from a PMP LGBTQ plus community, born and bred. So we're not talking about no hearsay. We have conscience. We're not still like the other people there. And we're not licky, and we not believe in people for must lose them life because for party for win. We ain't that. It's ideas. So as if you remember, Dr. does that. The same people them from the PMP LGBTQ plus party, the criminals them within, yes, they burned down the constituent office in Independence City and the face the car. And look, guess what? At no time we didn't say these two people, Angela Brown Burke, yes, she's the daughter of Tony Brown. Tony Brown is the former most wanted man of Jamaica who had killed Ted Ogilvie from Rockford. He is the man that it is alleged that her husband, Paul Burke, helped facilitate these men with all the necessary things so that they could evade justice. What the government should have done then is try them in absentia. That is a thing that the government needs to do. So when they burned down the office, none of these people, bigwigs, went there and supported Dr. Daz, because he had said that the PMP was coming to support him, but that's the DNA of the party, so they did not visit him. So now you see that they visit Gregor Park. But we're going to let you know why they visit there. You understand? At no time you never hear they had issue in the form of condolences to Ranil Arton, aka Rumpun family. You know that years, yes, years that him not hearing, that he was one of them that chased and killed this man because they could not control his mind. They could not control Rumpun's mind. Rumpun said, boy, him a shower man. So them run him down and kill him, shut him up and kill him. So the people them there, right where all of this thing happening, said that we have spoken to several people there, and they said that from all the killing that have been going on in the community, it's only laborer that has been killed, because this man CHARGEE-BADNESS, who is the one, yes, CHARGEE-BADNESS, yes, he's in Broward County in Florida. You understand? And he was talking to Raymond Price. CHARGEE-BADNESS is the same man who threatened Dr. Delahaye, and Dr. Delahaye resigned. So the PMP LGBTQ plus party is a criminal organization. As usual, they sided with the criminal, not with the political representative, because the same thing they did with Edda Robinson, with PJ Patterson, with Bulby. So you have to understand, if you're a fool, they're gonna continue to fool you. So at no time they did not mention anything about this man who was chased and killed. So we just want us at the Jamaica Young Police Channel to express our deepest condolences to Ranil Arton, aka Rumpun family, and his friends and family. We show our condolences. So moving on. So you're going to see the beneficiaries of the arson attack doing their survey and smiling at the sight of the carnage. And we're going to teach you something now, because this is based on our training as a detective and based on our training and where we work right now. Just listen. A person's body and facial expression can be a good indicator of their emotional state of mind. In the case of an act of terrorism, a person who is happy or approving of the action would likely have a neutral or even delightful expression. They might also have a relaxed body language, such as an open arm or a comfortable posture. On the other hand, a person upset or disgusted by an act of terrorism would likely have a more negative expression, such as a frown or a grimace. They might also have a more tense body language, such as cross arm or clenched jaw. Of course, it is essential to remember that body language and facial expression can be ambiguous. Not everyone expresses their emotions similarly. Many other expressions can influence a person's appearance. For example, someone in shock or disbelief might have a blank or expressionless face. When determining their emotional state, it is essential to consider all available information, including the person's words, tone of voice, tone of voice or the talk, and body language. In the case of the arsonists, sponsors and benefactors visiting the rubbles of their rivals, their smiles and relaxed body language would suggest that they approve of the arson's actions. This is especially true if they make statements of approval or support. Not directly, but them do it indirectly. You understand? Not because somebody said them condemn something instead of them mean it. Just listen to them words and how them say it. You understand? Them call them body language expert. That's why detectives are good people. That's why them dismantle the police force in Jamaica, and destroy the detective them. The detective to deal with the criminal them. A uniform police them, and the uniform police them, they are in beds with the criminals. So we continue. So, however, they may also try to appear calm and collected in a problematic situation. With more information, it is possible to say what their true intentions are. So when people are ignorant, they are more likely easily manipulated and controlled. They are likelier to believe what they are told, even if it is false. This is why those in power often target ignorant with propaganda and misinformation. They know that they can control their actions if they can control how people think. On the other hand, people who can think for themselves are less likely to be fooled, like yours truly. Because I am from the belly of the beast. Them can't fool me. Me am an idiot. They are more likely to question what they are told and seek out information. This makes them a threat to those in power who rely on ignorance and of the masses to maintain their control. That is why those in power often try to discredit and silence those who can think for themselves. So now you see why they want to kill me. Do you understand? Even police. Because I can think for myself. So they call themselves names like ideologues or conspiracy theorists and try to make them seem crazy or dangerous. They do this because they know that the power structure will crumble if people start to think for themselves. So if you are someone who can think for yourself, be proud of it. It is a rare and valuable gift. And don't let anyone tell you that you are crazy or dangerous. You are just being smart. So the reason why I tell you guys this, the Jamaica Young Police channel, you know that I have enemies all over. Yes, police, political activists, all kind of people. Them not like a bone in me because look, me have all even family member who hate me. Because I just tell them the truth. Because I just talk, in a family setting, and I am the only one who would denounce him and make everybody in our family know say, hey, everybody and nurse hear them thing there, you're the biggest liar in our family. You hurt them feelings, and the others they were like, oh boy, I can't believe him said that. And them know what about them not reaffirming what I said and say, yeah, Chris are true. But because they want to be everybody's friend. But me, I don't know that. So I want you to watch. We want you to watch some videos. We're not gonna say anything. But if there's anything that you remember before you watch the videos, remember what we have said before. If not, just go back and watch it a second time, the things that we have said. So you watch, you listen, you decide. And when it's true, we're not going to interrupt it. We're coming back. Our video.
Covering panic. Yeah. So it bust off and go into the water. So when me run out now, cause them set the door, we don't have no covering panic. Yeah. So it bust off and go into the water. So when me run out now, cause them set the door we from fire. So when me run out now, through the door, we slide into the water and jump on the current and shot them lip on a shape. And I say, why current? So no one laugh about a joke. No. After me laugh, and when me really pick up and I see how me a go on and you know what happened, and my chest a just save me. When I feel my foot on the chest of jam, I just push myself so I'm focusing on it. That's problem I'm focusing. I'm push myself, I feel myself out, I just hold the bone and go so and crawl out and go up on the ground. I'm gonna get up and I say we're good to I'm gonna be every day, I'm gonna go back and I say, alright, you know I'm gonna go back for more water and go to the water down out of the bucket empty, one bucket of water. But to all the fire catch, yeah man, to all the fire catch, we couldn't save nothing. Jamaica people, we couldn't save nothing at all but our life. And the greatest thing we have our life. And them never take our life. You understand? And when we go tell you out there, we just pray. And we just pray to God and change our ways. And tell you God, we don't have no cover. So it goes off and go into the water. So when you run out now, God, you set the door away from fire. When you run out, you slide on the water and jump on the ship. And I say, boy, correct. So no one laugh at that joke. After me laugh, and when you really pick up and I see and you know what happened.
We are from we're just passing through everything. And we want to make sure so we know
Which way you come
just pray we go there sometime. Just pray we.
Oh yeah? Okay, yeah, right. So obviously like we respect and love yourself. Yeah, man. Alright, let's
by receiving a comprehensive brief on the security situation from Superintendent Nicholson and his team in St. Catherine South, and we were assured that there is no evidence of any political factor in what happened, but it is primarily criminals seeking to increase their turf, seeking to increase their areas of influence, and we want to use this opportunity to condemn those responsible for this and to make it clear, to reassert once again that the People's National Party makes no common cause with any criminal element, wherever they may be. The truth of the matter is that the criminal gang connections are much stronger than any political connection. And we fool ourselves if we believe that they have any loyalty other than to the gang and to the financial benefits that they get from controlling turf, from extortion, etc. So we want to be here to show our support. We want to condemn those responsible. We want to encourage the police to leave no stone unturned in investigating this matter. We started the day with a...
It's when someone don't have any respect for people, that's when, you know, they lie to you. You know, if Peter Bunting and Angela Brown Burke and Raymond Price and there are others who are there are honest people, you know, they would not, you know, just look at them. They laugh at this woman when she told them how she almost lost her life to marauding gunmen who were calling her to come out so they could kill her. And you know, these marauding gunmen, they are lying to CHARGEE-BADNESS and CHARGEE, yes. So look, see, as we tell you, you know, if you notice, you know, if you notice, you know, the smile at the damages done by the arsonists, and hope the victims never return, as it is more votes for their party. Terrorism at its best in yard. So you see them smile. If you notice, you know, if you are following the happenings, because this is the 1970s visiting back Jamaica, you know. Because they are desperate. They realize that the people are turning away from them because of their violence. People are tired of the killing, because the killing, they're killing black people, and their family is not affecting, you know, it's the same poor people. So, you know, look at Raymond Price smiling, and CHARGEE-BADNESS, who lives in Florida. You know that he came to America because of help that he had received from the PNP LGBTQ plus party, in which it's a criminal organization. So we tell you before, you know, if you cannot think for yourself, you know, others will think for you. Peter Bunting, you don't have to ask, you know, because you know, a liar spit in his mouth when he was born. That man don't speak, that man know nothing of truth. That is the same man who destroyed, they destroy even them one another. The same man that destroyed Philip Parlell political career, because Philip Parlell, you know, should have been the leader of the opposition, and not only that, Philip Parlell would have been prime minister if it wasn't for this man. Peter Bunting is wicked. So we'll continue the journey. Look, we at the Jamaica Young Police Channel, we are just for Team Jamaica. Anyone who's willing to provide security for the people. And we know that the PNP LGBTQ plus party is a criminal organization, and they will never do that. They denounce that he pretending to be denouncing at the site. We know that that is a facade. It's not real. You understand? He did not do the same and go down to Independence City with Dr. Dawes to show that they're in solidarity with him and denounce the terrorists that destroy the constituency office and deface the vehicle. But now he's in a labor right community saying that he denounced the marauding PNP LGBTQ plus gunmen. And he's saying that the police told him that it's not political. And when if you listen to what the Prime Minister of Jamaica had said, it have all the political undertone. And we know that because we have spoken to the people. Remember, you know, it's Jason McKay, you know. Yes, Jason McKay Yes, his father, yeah, we know him father. Him father used to that then I'm telling him call him Cuban. Him father are more PMP than Michael Manley. And we're not saying because him father a PMP that he's a PMP. Because I am from a PMP community, you know. And nobody cannot say I'm a PMP. Because I have a conscience, and even when I was a police officer, I am fair. I don't care of your political allegiance. When you're a criminal, that's how I see it. And when, you know, they have war in the community and stuff like that, I don't care which, I'm not on the side, I not protect no guy. When you're a criminal. That's how you see it. I don't care about no guy political affiliation. And yeah, and the reason why we mention Jason McKay is that, and we are continuing to say it, and if the police hierarchy, if they spoken to the residents, they would have known, you know, that the police are the intelligence. Who is this guy, CHARGEE-BADNESS, to send message, to give Jason McKay this message that the people must move else them are burn down them houses, and the police weren't there to prevent it, and the police weren't there to send all of these terrorists to the departure lounge. So the police are complicit, and the people of the community, they should sue the police for not providing security for them. The police are complicit in the action of the terrorists, and we say that without any apologies right here, because we have served in the Jamaica Constabulary Force, and we know the difference between wrong and right, and we know when police are acting in concert with the criminals, and this is one of those incidents. So it is essential to aware of the potential for people to use body language and racial and facial expression to deceive others. However, by paying attention to these cues, we can better understand what people feel and think. So if you notice, you know, those of you who live in Jamaica and the diaspora, if you notice, you know, at no time, you haven't seen this visit of Peter Bunting, Angela Brown-Burke, and Rear Admiral Raymond Price. And the reason why I haven't seen it, you know, is because their body language speak volumes. You have to understand, you know, that the other news media outlets in Jamaica houses, you know, they are enemies of the people. Because if they show this to the Jamaican people and their channel, they will see that these people are not they are not emphasizing or sympathizing with the people there. They are there to look, oversee, to see what the arsonists have done, and they implicitly showing their approval with their body language and smiling and all kind of things. That's why you haven't seen it on CVM and TVJ. They are enemies of the people and the Jamaican gleaner. You have to understand these things, because knowledge is power, you know. Once people take away knowledge from you, you don't have no power. So they love to keep the people illiterate. But hopefully those who are watching it can see it for themselves. These people body languages. Yeah, so we continue the journey. And you know that they are beneficiaries of the arson attack. You understand? You know, imagine any beneficiaries of an arson attack smiling at the sight of the carnage. Arson is a crime that causes widespread damage and often results in injuries or death. At no time you hear them express any condolences to the man that they killed named Rum Punch. None. So that's supposed to tell you something too. So we'll just show you the little things, you know. No condolences to Rum Punch family. Nothing of the sort. It is a tragedy that should not never be celebrated. But they did. They celebrated. They don't come out and say, Ray, but they do it in a covert way. And you can see it. The body language, them can't hide it. A leopard cannot change its spots. And them couldn't hide it. Them couldn't even pretend that them could have masked it. It is just right there. Because them proud of what them go there and say. Say, yes. You understand? Boy, them are work, you know. Yeah, this is Michael Mann legacy and them thing there. You have terrorism, yeah. So we know, so boy, we can win that seat, yeah. They're not thinking about people's lives. We at the Jamaica Young Police Channel, we are all about saving lives. We don't care. We don't care about if people want to say them a PMP or them a labor. We care about people's life and people's rights. We don't care about criminals. Criminals supposed to live in fear of losing their lives and not the law-abiding citizens. So a person's body and facial expression can tell whether they are happy or upset about an act of terrorism. When you look at these people's faces, at their faces, and you do not see any form of disgust or shock, and all you see are smiles, that means they approve of what they have seen. Let me repeat myself, because and everybody's witty. When you look at their faces, we are talking Peter Bunting, Angela Brown Burke, and Raymond Price. When you look at their faces and you do not see any form of disgust or shock, and all you see are smiles, that means they approve of what they have seen. It is like arsonists, sponsors, and benefactors visiting the rubble of their rivals, overseeing the job of the arsonist have done, and their implicit approval is in their facial and body language expression. You watch, you listen, you decide. So at no time, they talk about this man, a 28-year-old taxi operator from the community, Ranil Horton, otherwise called Rum Punch, and a friend was sitting in a car on Walker's Avenue when shots rang out. They ran in a bid to escape, during which Horton sustained gunshot wounds to his upper body and right arm and collapsed. You don't have to ask. You look at their face and you could see that these PNP LGBTQ plus politicians, they laugh. They laugh at the scene. They laugh at this woman. Yes, that's the woman right there. They laugh at her. Yes, they laugh at her when she told them how she almost lost her life to marauding gunmen who were calling her out to come so that they could kill her. They smile at the damages done by the arsonist and hope the victims never return, as it is more votes for their party. Terrorism at its best in Jamaica. Dr. Dawes didn't get an official visit from the PNP LGBTQ plus party, which is a criminal organization. No bigwigs, because their arson was done by their terrorists against the party. So it's in a DNA of the PNP party, for them. It's violence, a part of them DNA. Them now go shed that. And we see it. And we see Mark Golding marching with Danville Palmer, a known killer. But, we continue the journey, So if there are people who are benefiting from an arson attack, they are likely the ones who set the fire in the first place. They may be motivated by financial gain, revenge, or desire to cause chaos. And in this case, it's all about votes. Because them say this is a PNP land. CHARGEE-BADNESS, who's from Concrete Jungle. And him, he and his brother Tommy Lee. And they were living there. Police killed Tommy Lee there. You understand? Because him a gunman and a pull gun from police in a jungle. And you understand? And police them just do the necessary and just go there and just preemptive strike and get the gun from him and him thing. A big fat matic. So their motivation is to displace the people them so that they move out of the community so them can take it over. So whatever their reasons, their actions are despicable and should be punished to the fullest extent of the law. The victims of arson attacks are often left with nothing but the clothes on their backs. They may have lost their homes, businesses, and loved ones. The emotional and financial toll of an arson attack can be devastating. It is important to remember that arson is a serious crime with real consequences. If you know of someone who have been victim of arson, please report it to the authorities. So there's a lady, that lived there. And yeah, she have experienced the same thing too. In which they burned down her house and killed her son. And she's one of the foundation people that have been living there. All because CHARGEE-BADNESS and Vibes Cartel said them want them out there called PNP land. And this happened years ago, and 100-man police knew about it. And this is the same woman, that yes, I had played a voice note that was circulating on the internet when she was calling and God to kill Vybz Kartel in prison. Yes, asking that God, the mighty God, kill Vybz Kartel in prison because of him wicked. And you know that same sentiment is towards CHARGEE-BADNESS, because they are the ones who are responsible for all this for the carnage. And Raymond Price, to a lesser extent, allegedly, based on information received and obtained. You understand? So we'll continue the journey. So there are some beneficiaries who are trying to take us back to the 1970s in Jamaica, when the Michael Mann-led government sent over 2,000 young men to Cuba to train in guerrilla warfare, use various terroristic methods of arson and murder, thus causing families to flee from their homes that they have spent decades to build, only to see their investment went up in smoke and some of their family members killed by these PNP LGBTQ+ terrorists. If you notice that not a single PNP LGBTQ+ politician visited the scene of the arson that took place at the PNP LGBTQ+ constituency office in Independent City, St. Catherine, or walk with Dr. Dawes in Waterford to denounce the terroristic act by the PNP LGBTQ+ supporters and activists who are terrorists and violent people by nature, because most of them can't decipher the difference between wrong and right. To these people, wrong is right and right is double right. So these people are narcissistic by nature, and these people are depraved and criminal-minded people. These people, you know, the arson attack at the PNP LGBTQ office in Independent City, St. Catherine, you know, we also understand that the PNP LGBTQ+ politician haven't visited the scene of the crime or condemned the attack. But you see, they are right here now in Gregor Park, which is not a PNP territory. That where they at. It's a GLP LGBTQ+ stronghold, you know, because based on how they created these communities in Jamaica, if you live in a community that is a labor right community, automatically you're supposed to be labor right, and vice versa with PNP. We at the Jamaica Young Police Channel, we don't subscribe to that. If you live in a PNP community and you feel say you want to vote for labor right, or your business that, you understand? Nobody not supposed to come tell us about them feel say you're a labor right, choose them say a PNP community and you know if you live there. So them burn you out and kill you and your family. That's what used to happen. And we have seen, you know, as you have heard, I've spoken to several people who are from the belly of the beast, and some of them families, you know, their family members have to move because, yeah, the gunmen them in the community, PNPs, strong men, yeah, told the people them fees so them are labor right, so them have to move. Feel like, you know, just that alone and people lose them life, because the people them not wearing any PNP paraphernalia, that, you know, back then it was red. Yeah, if you wear red, that means you're a labor, you're PNP. If you go wear green in a PNP community, you lose your life. Green, you know, a color. That will show you how illiterate the people them are. You understand? So if you have a green shirt and you live in a Jonestown, you can't wear it. You have to make sure you use bleach and tie and dye it. You can't wear nothing green, because if you wear green, you're a labor right. I don't know how them come by that. And I see same thing with the labor right. If you wear anything red and go downtown, you can't lose your life. If you stray in for them territory, them kill you. That's what them say it used to do. You understand? So we continue the journey. You understand? So, you know, the PNP LGBTQ+ leadership have, you know, assured the people that that they are with them. But we know that's a facade, because they are the ones who are behind it. It's a political hack, and it's nothing to do with gang. And yes, the territories that CHARGEE-BADNESS want this place to be a PNP enclave. But the worst part about it, this man is not from Gregor Park, he's from Jungle, so the necessary must put in place by the government of Jamaica in cohesion with the FBI, and put him on notice and then take care of them. You understand? So many members of the community have spoken out against violence and intolerance. They believe that they can work together to create a more just and peaceful society. And we need to start condemning violence and intolerance regardless of who the perpetrators are. We also need to willing to listen to each other and understand each other's perspective. I am continuing to work with all stakeholders to create a more just and peaceful Jamaica. We can achieve this goal if we work together. And so we just tell the people that please do not let Angela Brown Burke, Peter Bunting, Raymond Price, and the others and the likes fool you, because these are the people who are allegedly behind this kind of terroristic act in Jamaica because of their history of violence against the Jamaican people. Jamaican people, irrespective of which party they vote for or supported, must not subscribe to this kind of behavior by making it normal at all. All of us must be sure that this political kind never return to Jamaica and is normalized anyway. We should not let anyone fool us into thinking that violence and intimidation are acceptable form of political discourse. The people have a long history of violence and intimidation, and they should not be allowed to get away with it. That's the hallmark of the PNP LGBTQ plus party from the 1970s. Jamaican people should not subscribe to this behavior regardless of which party they voted for or supported. We need to stand together and say that violence and intimidation have no place in our democracy. We must all ensure that this kind of politics never return to Jamaica and is never normalized. We need to create a culture of peace and tolerance where everyone feels safe and respected. And we can achieve this goal. And we must be vigilant and speak out against violence and intimidation whenever we see it. We must also support the police. Give the police information. You understand? Why the police it took the police that long to reach on the scene and let these men the police knew before and that this crime was going to be committed, and they did nothing. Remember, as a detective, I was taught that as a detective, your job is to prevent and detect crime. And no prevention measures were put in place to send these boys to the departure log and home. And man, I wish when I was a police officer, I was a detective at Unspe, that would have an assignment like this. Just like how Tony Hewitt, Tom Levine, and Tony with Tom Levine, just like how when them go on them dirt, all of them boy, the Starkey and you understand, and Trinity, when them go and liquid 8 of them, June 1st, 1981. And I'm just talking from memory. You understand? So you have seen the arsons, the alleged arson beneficiaries of the arson attack doing their survey, yes, and smiling at the sight of the carnage, because that's their party's modus operandi of using terror into the heart of the residents so that they can stack the place with their voters. How about the PNP LGBTQ plus party put forward ideas that the same people in Gregory Park, St. Catherine and Jamaica gravitate to and vote for them? No, because the PNP LGBTQ plus party only care about criminals like Danville Palmer, the leader of the opposition, upsetter gang, and we have seen Mark Golding, the opposition leader who wants to be Prime Minister, giving a known murderer his shoulder and support. That murderer are welcome into the PNP LGBTQ plus party in 2023. Which is the wrong thing, and because it doesn't affect his children, he thinks that it won't visit them one day. The alleged arson beneficiaries are what their motives are. However, we know that violence and intimidation have no place in our democracy. I agree that the PNP LGBTQ plus party should focus on putting forward ideas that the people of Gregory Park, St. Catherine and Jamaica gravitate to and vote for. However, they won't do that. And let's remind you, and goes back to Danville Palmer, because Danville Palmer is a known killer. Yes, when we say killer, we're not talking police will kill criminal and everything, they are defend themselves. We attack somebody who kill people, murder them, and he was in the company of the opposition leader. I hope that the PNP LGBTQ plus party, which is a criminal organization, will reconsider its approach to politics and focus on winning the hearts and mind of the Jamaican people through positive and constructive means, and stop using terrorism, violence, and displacing and dislocating the people them from them home. The time for positive and unity is now. We at the Jamaica Young Police Channel, we denounce violence in every form. And we support preemptive strike because it saves life. We at the Jamaica Young Police Channel is all about saving lives and protecting law-abiding citizens. Angela Brownberg, Peter Bunting, Raymond Price and the others who visit there, we know that their visit is not meaningful, it's just a facade, and they were just smiling at the people and laughing at them, and just going over to see what was done in the name of their party. Don't be fooled, Jamaican people and people in the diaspora. This attack was a political attack, and it's meant to send messages to people of the other side. Yes, we thought that we were past that, but we see CHARGEE-BADNESS, who's in Broward County, Florida. Yes, in the same county where I'm living. He's on the same side too. You understand? And we know that this man has never done an honest job in his life. And when we say that without any apologies. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.